into the world.
I pray love into the world.
I pray love into the world.
I pray love into the world.
Won't you say with me now?
I pray love into the world.
Won't you say with me now?
I pray love into the world.
Let's speak a little love, how we? So we be cognizant of our words. Speak. I speak love into the world. Here we go. And maybe y'all can help us with a little 2 and 4. Maybe we can get some clapping happening. Oh, there we go. Woo! Okay. Here we go. I speak love into the world.
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 I speak love into the world. You guys are awesome.
Won't you say with me
now? I speak love into the world. Woo.
Won't you say with me now?
I speak love into the world.
Now let's hear what Paul has to say about this. Take it, Paul.
Clap your hands. There we go. Oh, this is a chance to say hello to your neighbors. Right beside you, let's have a big hello. Give a blessing. Introduce yourself. Say hello. It's a good chance to say hi. There we go. Really nice. It's all coming back now.
All right, here we go. I sing love into the world.
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 Won't you say with me now?
I sing love into the world.
Won't you say with me now?
I sing love
Now
into
keep that
the
going. Won't you say with me now?
I sing love
Now, if
into
Winnie
the
keeps that going, we can add another part. If Winnie keeps that part going, we can add this other little fun, peppy part. It goes like this. Let the whole world sing along. 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 One more time all together now. Won't you sing with me now?
I sing love into the world.
Won't you sing with me now? One more time, just the
To
voices.
the world.
Won't you sing with me now? Last time, here we go. Won't you sing with me now?
Woo!
Thank you so much, everyone. That was beautiful.
Wow, that was so great. Thank you, Kelby. And thank you, Paul. Fantastic. And thank you, VTC Choir. the Victoria Truth Center Choir. That was amazing. My name is Winnie Cooper, and I'm a member here of the Victoria Truth Center. What a great way to start a Celebrate Sunday. And I'm just thrilled to be here, and going to take a breath. Let's all take a breath. As I come climbing up the steps here. So, first of all, I just wanted to say, I'm here for Celebrate Sunday as Rev.Lesia is away, and I wanted to acknowledge, first of all, where we are in this beautiful, beautiful space. And the Victoria Truth Center would like to acknowledge the land and the generous spirit of the Lekwungen peoples that include the Songhees and Esquimalt nations, on whose unceded territory we live, we work, and we play. Land, culture, spirit. This land is inseparable from the lives, customs, art, and culture of those who have lived here since the beginning. Haishka. Also, I wanted to see if there are any visitors here today, and I think we might have a visitor who's raising her hand. There she is. I'd like you all to welcome Sheehan in the way that we love to welcome Sheehan. Are you ready? We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for coming and finding us. So, I think it's time to introduce Kelby. Is that right? The reflective music that we're going to have.
Hi, everyone, again. This is a beautiful tune you may be familiar with from the great New Thought composer Karen Drucker. We hope you'll sing along. This is all about sending your love, your power, your joy out there into the world and feeling its resonance, its waves coming on back. Hope you'll sing along. I send my love over the mountain. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountain. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. You got it.
Beautiful. Now that our hearts are in harmony, let's pray together. And just remembering that there is only one power, there is one presence, there is one divine essence that is the source of all life. That infinite intelligence, that divine love is in me, as me, and through me, and through each one of us here. So as we come together in the beautiful harmony of the music, in this beautiful heart-filled community, in this space of affirming that divine source of love, and in that place of remembering the love that we truly are, what I know is that we are beacons of light for the world, that as we come together and we show up and we claim our power, our love, and our truth, what we do is we plant a seed of peace, of joy, and in harmony for the world. And so knowing that we do this every Sunday as we come together, I just give such grateful thanks for this time together, knowing that where two or more are gathered, there is this great power. And so we send that love out into the world. I let it go and I let it be so, and so it is.
And so it is. I send my peace over the mountain. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountain. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me.
Beautiful. Thank you, Reverend Amanda. Well, our theme for June 2025 is emotion. And we're coming to the end, or we're sort of towards the end of this month, and I was going to invite you all, if I could, to stand up to share Rev.Lesia's beautiful affirmation with me. I welcome all emotions as invitations to deepen my awareness and to more authentically express the love I truly am. Thank you. You can be seated again, please. So, this is a chance, if this touches you in any way, if you'd like to have a share about what you're thinking, what you're feeling authentically, and would like to share anything with us about that. We have a share coming up.
I had an incredible experience, an opportunity to show emotion this morning. Rev.Lesia phoned me this week and asked me if I would make coffee. And I thought, no problem. She explained a little bit to me, and then yesterday I spoke with Gloria, and she gave me instructions, and I'm told that there are instructions down there by the coffee pot. Well, as it turns out, either I'm not very bright, or those instructions aren't meant for people that have never done it before. And, well, I won't go into all of everything I went through, but I was down there. I don't know if I was laughing or crying, and this gorgeous man came in and said, "Are you okay?" And it was Paul, our pianist this morning, and he tried to help me. And then finally, Linda came down, and she helped me, and I think it's going to be okay, but please don't blame me if it isn't, and I'm not sure. Well, I have to think about how it's helping me express love I truly am, but I will give that some thought.
Oh, yes, let's give Mary a big hand. That's very brave to speak to. Thank you. Oh, Mary, I just feel the love coming from you and the laughter and the joy and the connectedness with this group and just everything. I'm so glad you shared because you did it. You came through it to the other side, and we're going to have some coffee after. Wonderful. I just wanted to share a little something that I was here earlier for the meditation, and I heard something in the meditation that we did today that touched me. The infinite source of love that we are was in the meditation today, and it just really felt good to hear that and now to speak it, because I believe each of us are an infinite source of love, and we touch so many people in our lives when we just do what we just did. I mean, Mary, that's a perfect example of just reaching out and not letting it just, oh, I can't, but asking, and Paul offering help when you see something, just you could have ignored it, but you didn't. So it's great to be conscious of that and to authentically express the trouble. Oh, good, I knew I could trigger someone. There we go. Linda, please.
I sometimes see very poignant posts on Facebook. And there's this one little post, and it has, I think, the people from Winnie the Pooh. There's a horse, and there's the animals. And the quote is, what's the bravest thing that you can say? And this, wise voice of the horse says, help. The bravest thing you could ever say is, I need help. And, sometimes, children have to ask for help all the time. And sometimes that's hard for them. And as adults, sometimes you think, well, I'm almost 65 years old. Do I need help? But sometimes you do. And Mary, the instructions, the most important line in the instructions is way down about when you close the lid. You don't close the lid until after it's hot. But it's not, and I kept saying, it's not you, it's the instructions. And ironically, neither one of us drink coffee, but we understand the importance of making it. So yeah, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is ask for help.
The bravest thing that one can do is ask for help. Kelby McNair, would you like to take it away with our feature tune, please?
Absolutely. So one thing that I like to do with the feature tune is I sort of wait for them to come, because you can plan ahead, but more often than not, when you do, you get, as today, I did actually plan a tune, but then when sometime in the morning hits or when you walk through the door, you're like, oh, there's another song that's the right song. And so that happened today. And partly it's because of having this wonderful piano player that we have today. And I didn't really ask him about this before we got here, but I had a feeling that he had some old school stride. We've only played together a couple times, but once, half a couple of times. This is now two. But from meeting him, I felt that he had a love of this type of music, and I didn't ask him until we were here, and fortunately he did. So we're going back to the year 1941 when this song was copywritten, but it existed long before that. I think it was Pete Seeger who said a folk song should be something that you can use in your life every day. And this is a folk song. It's a folk song from the blues tradition. And there's a million different lyrics to it, but this one is from 1941. We hope you enjoy. On the theme of love, this is an interesting one because sometimes in these old blues tunes, there's a lot of wisdom, I think. See if you like it. This is Careless Love, also known as Loveless Love, but not in this context. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, see, I knew he had it. Yeah. a little bird. Well, I'd fly from tree to tree. I'd build my nest way up in the air where the bad girls would not bother me. I say love, oh careless love. I say love, oh careless love. Oh, you made me wrong, made me leave my happy home. I say love, oh careless love. How about it, Paul Ritchie? Yes. Now, there's something a little funny. In speaking of why this song came up, the first line had everything to do with it. Because last night, on my way home from a gig, I was hurrying to put my daughter to bed, and then I saw this gentleman who was from the unhoused community, and he seemed to be doing something intense. And so I was just, had my eye out the side of the van, making sure everything was cool. And there was a peahen, you know, like a female peacock, a peahen. But this is down at the intersection of Fort and Douglas. And this is 9:45 at night, so it's just getting dark. There's people streaming from cruise ships. The sidewalks are full. The traffic is nuts. And there's this gentleman trying to work with a peahen. So I got out and I asked him what was up, and he was trying to get the peahen back home. And so I said, well, I've seen them in the park. And so he said, well, let's go. And so he had committed to this idea of getting this peahen, escorting her about 6 blocks, which is not far unless you're trying to corral a peahen. And so I had some sunflower seeds in my car, and so I grabbed the bag, and we went out and we worked together. And his dedication, his love for that peahen, he met some friends, and they were like, hey, come on, we're going over here. He's like, no, man, I've committed to this. I'm going to see this peahen home. People helped us. People got out of the way. We stopped traffic on the Trans-Canada Highway. And then when we got to the end, to the museum, this peahen, who we'd been becoming quite friends with, started looking up, and it hadn't looked up before. And then it looked up, and it flew into this tree. It knew the spot. There was a perfect little spot, and it roosted. It just went up there, and it settled, and it went to bed. Perfect. But I thought that was such a wonderful example of love in action. So I'll sing that. Yeah, I think so too. It was beautiful. And it was that first line of the song that I know that's the tenuous connection I made. So here's the first line again. I say, if I were a great big bird, they're big. Well, I'd fly from tree to tree. I'd find some guys to help me get out of this dangerous city, and I'd perch way up high and sleep. I say love, oh intentional love. I say love, oh intentional love. You fill my heart and bring me help from those I need. I say love, oh love. I say love, oh love. I say love, oh love, oh careful love. Thank you so much. Paul
Wow.
Ritchie on the piano.
Fantastic, Kelby. And Paul, thank you so much. Well, it's time to introduce Reverend Amanda to come and give us some lovely words.
Hello, everybody. Boy, I feel very far away from you. Wow, what a beautiful service this has been this morning. I, of course, looked up the theme for the month as I was coming down to share a message, and it was emotions, and I thought, whew, sometimes be careful what you ask for. So, yes, but anyway, my talk is called Pomp and Circumstance, and we will tie back to emotions and love for sure. So it's June. It is now officially summer. We had summer solstice. It is Pride Month, and yesterday was National Indigenous People Day. Did you do something to celebrate? Nice. Oh, good. Did you know that it's a day of celebration? Yeah, good, because, I actually didn't know that until fairly recently. We have obviously a complicated history with the First Nations people of Canada, and we have several days. We have Truth and Reconciliation Day in September, we have Red Dress Day in May, and then we have this day in June. And the other 2 days are days of memory, of reminding us of our history. But this is the day, the National Indigenous Peoples Day, is where we celebrate First Nations wisdom and culture. So it really is a day to go out and celebrate. And I work at North Island College, and I actually teach in a program that has an Indigenous focus. And we just recently had a meeting where we were talking about the content of our program, and one of the things that came up is that one of the women shared, she said, you have to remember, if you're indigenizing content, it can't stop with, these are the horrible things from our history that we need to reconcile. You have to also bring in the culture and the beautiful parts of the First Nations wisdom. So that, I think, is such an important thing, and actually this model that I really love, and the name of the person escapes me who created it. The infinity symbol that goes like this? So it's about reconciliation and education. And in the middle, she has the infinity symbol, but it's got a circle in the middle as well, so it flows through the middle. And in the middle is reconciliation, and the one side is healing the past, and the other side is celebrating the culture. So it's not actually related to my talk, but I wanted to share with you just the importance of that day and that we really do celebrate. Because I know as somebody who's not First Nations, sometimes I wonder, I don't want to be taking something the wrong way and be disrespectful, but it really is an opportunity to celebrate. So it's a time of lots of ritual. Some people celebrate summer solstice. As I mentioned, I work in post-secondary, so June is convocation month. And in 6 days, I attended 3 convocations. And the first convocation was at the University of Toronto. My son graduated from law school, so it was the law school and public policy graduation. Thanks. Yay. So that was the first one. And then my daughter-in-law, they both were in Toronto doing a program. She graduated from a place called Michener Institute, which is all kinds of specialized medical healthcare programs, like some that I've never heard of. One was cardiovascular perfusion. And I was like, I don't know what that is. It sounds important. Apparently, they're the people who keep you alive when they do surgery on your heart. So Very, very helpful. So anyways, that was the second one we attended. And then we came back to BC, and I was able to attend the North Island College convocation and celebrate the students that I taught this year. So it was beautiful, and I really got to look closely at a convocation. And, I'm not actually, in my own life, I'm not a very ritually kind of person. Even though, it doesn't really add up. Like, I'm a minister. I do lots of weddings. I do memorial services and those types of things. And yet in my own life, I'm not really a ritual kind of person. There's definitely a part of my brain that is very rational and a little bit cynical. So one of the things about convocation and Pomp and Circumstance is that music, right? The march that they come into, that beautiful music that all the graduates everywhere come into. And I looked it up, and they've been doing that since 1905. The first time it was played was 1905 at Yale. And it just made me think about the ritual of a graduation and the ritual of lots of things. And what does it mean, and why do we do it? Because if you take if you take your heart out of it and look at it logically and objectively, it's pretty dumb. Like, have you seen the hats somebody who has a PhD, have you seen the hats they wear and the big robes? Like, they're brightly colored and these velvet beefeaters. They look ridiculous. And yet, what I really came to is, ritual and ceremony is not for our logical mind. It's for our hearts. And I think of myself, I'm not really into ritual. I don't really do that. I support other people in their weddings, but in fact, Derek and I have been together almost 16 years and we aren't married. So it just hasn't been a thing. But what I realized the minute that the march starts, like, my heart opens up. I'm so excited for the graduates and their journey. And then they are welcomed into this heartfelt process where they walk across the stage and they enter basically their field of study. And it is kind of a beautiful thing, if I can take my mind out of it and say, man, this is stupid, and that hat looks ridiculous. So I think that is really what I wanted to share today and again, actually had a chance to chat with Barb this morning before this service, and we were talking about, in the New Thought movement, there's a lot of intellectual wisdom. We love a good book study. We love to talk about the principles. We love to really remind ourselves that our beliefs create our reality and that our word is, our experience. And then, for me anyway, sometimes I forget that other side of just bringing my heart and my body along. That part that doesn't make any sense. That part is just as important. The side of the getting our mind on board is fantastic, but it's balanced out with that ritual and ceremony. So, as I said, I do weddings and memorials, and sometimes new trends come in. Like, one of the latest trends, and this is, goes through all the young people as they're getting married. One of the latest trends is that couples they do their vows in private. They don't want to do their vows, and I don't know if it messes up their Instagram feed or whatever, but a lot of couples will say, yeah, we're not going to do that. And I'm always like, this is allowed to be exactly what you want, and maybe think about it. Like, imagine that moment. I do a ceremony for them. So I bring them through. I talk about marriage. I even write a little bit about their love story. And then I ask them their declaration about, do you promise to, blah, blah, blah. And they say, I do. But that's the moment where I walk away. They stand there in front of their friends and family. And from their hearts, they speak about their commitment to each other. And so for me, I'm like, really? Would you reconsider doing your vows? Like, it's such a beautiful, if you think about it logically, maybe it doesn't make sense. And you're like, yeah, well, we'll do it in our own time. And that's great too. But I always think if you can come back, we've been doing this type of a ceremony for thousands of years. And that's the other piece about ritual and ceremony, is it connects us to our past, our ancestry. It connects us to just this experience, this heartfelt journey. The other thing that is happening a lot is memorial services. How many of you have had that experience where somebody, you know in your community passes and the family says, oh, we're not going to do a service. Or they say, we'll just do a barbecue in the summer. And I'm like, no, the whole point of a memorial service is when everybody's hearts are broken and we don't know what to do, we don't know what to say to each other. There is a ritual that we follow. You show up, somebody does the eulogy, there's a message, there's a reading. And what that does is it holds our hearts and it walks us through that acute phase of the grief. Later, we can have that barbecue, but that's such an important thing. My daughter-in-law, who I mentioned just graduated, the other thing, we've had a lot of ceremony in our lives, is my daughter-in-law is from India and her family is Muslim. So they had a ceremony to celebrate their relationship in the Muslim faith. And then we actually went to Edmonton to her brother's wedding. I have never been to a Muslim wedding and didn't really know what to expect. But again, when we got there, there was a ritual. There were these ceremonies related to henna, putting some henna on their hands, actually feeding them some yogurt. And again, logic mind, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of yogurt if 100 people are going to feed you a spoonful. But it's not about the logic of it, right? It's about the heart of it. And another thing that ritual does is it invites us into a sense of belonging. And one of the things I said to Lesia when I first came to VTC is that she's done such a beautiful job with your service. The ceremony of it, the ritual of it, the welcoming the new person. There is a thing for everybody to do. We don't have to say, oh, there's a new person here. I wonder what we should do about that. It's part of the ceremony of it, right? It allows us, when we feel perhaps nervous or uncertain, it allows us to just keep walking and moving and to let our hearts catch up and to just process whatever emotions we might be having as we keep moving forward. Now, there's a flip side of, you get to the just do ritual for the sake of ritual, and you get the really ugly side of it where it contains manipulative aspects. That is not what I'm talking about here. That for sure is a piece to be aware of that has happened. But what I'm talking about is just balancing. We're here, we're sharing the message, we've got the beautiful music. Again, that's part of the ceremony. When I was in ministerial training, I was taught the music and ministry class by a minister named Doug LeBeau. And he's a sound guy, and he does the sound for Disney movies and things. And what he said is, the music of the service is the most important part, because people they come for the music until they're ready to hear the message. And I thought, you feel that this morning, right? Can you imagine if we just started all of this and there was no music? We'd all be sitting here just in our heads still thinking about what's she going to say and how's the coffee going to taste and, all of that, right? But the music, it brings us into our hearts and our bodies, even when we're clapping, and we're singing along, it brings us all together into harmony. And it gives us, if you are new, you know exactly what to do, because somebody says, let's stand up and repeat this. Let's sing along. I'll guide you. So ritual and ceremony really is the thing that can help us process our emotions. And I don't know about all of you, but there is a lot going on in the world that is causing some emotion in me. And this, I think, for myself, and this is sort of, I'm not coming to you as this expert, I'm coming to you as somebody who's like, you know what, I need to create more ritual in my life. I go out and I create it for other people, but I really don't take the time for myself. And that's something that's new for me, where I thought, I definitely need to do this. So what ritual can do is it connects us with everybody that's come before us. It brings our heart and our body into alignment with our thoughts, and it also creates comfort. When you come in, Derek and I actually met 16, 17, 18 years ago in a personal development workshop. And it was this very intensive weekend workshop. It was very ritual-based. The guy who ran it was a minister, so he created it. The same song was played at the same time. There's that song called Calling All Angels. It was played at a very heartfelt, vulnerable moment. I can hear that in a grocery store and my heart rips open and I can weep in the middle of the grocery store when just that song starts. Like, that's how deeply we can be affected by ritual and ceremony. So I think it's, almost what it is. I work in education, and I am a total education snob. I believe we can transform people with education. And one of my colleagues works in behavior intervention. And I observed her in her class once, and she's teaching people, like, when this happens, you do that. And I'm like, the educator in me is like, no, I want you to understand the concepts and why you would do this. And she's like, no, my job is to say, this happens, do this happens, do this. And they practice it over and over again. And I got to admit, at first I was a little judgy about it. But then I realized that's just like the intellect and the spiritual side and the ritual, they go together. Because let's face it, we are being brainwashed all the time. I can say, da-da-da-da-da, and you know exactly, right, what commercial that is. There are so many things that is ritualized for us, and then we get to also choose to come into spiritual community, to create ritual together. And it's been beautiful to watch. Lesia, it really pulls this all together usually. But to see everybody play their part and say, this is spiritual community, right? That Lesia can go and do her training elsewhere, and we can carry the ritual because there's such a solid foundation. So that is really what I wanted to come and say, is that I think the emotions that we have, we can process them through our ritual and ceremony. And then just to circle back to the University of Toronto, so the law school takes themselves very seriously. They're considered to be the top law school in the country, and they know it. But the last speech that was given by the professor was just to say, basically he said, you remember when you came to orientation, what did I tell you? And he said, what I told you is you belong here. He says, what did I tell you at the end of every class? What he told them is be good to each other and be good to yourselves. And then his piece of advice was, don't be a jerk. And I thought, wow, the top law school in the country is actually not teaching anything different than us in spiritual community, right? Like, we just want to be good to each other and ourselves. We want to find that place of belonging, and we want to just not be a jerk. So that is my message today. And we're going to take our time for our little discussion. And I'd love to know about you and your experience with ritual. And how does do you have ritual in your life? And does this sort of awaken something in you that you say, maybe I will create some ritual? All right.
That's beautiful, Amanda. And so at this point, we're going to go into conscious conversation, where we invite you to form into a little group of 3 or 4 people. And you can just turn your chairs, if you like, and discuss what you've just heard.
Okay, so this is the opportunity here as we remember ritual and ceremony and its importance. And this is your opportunity to support this center in giving. And we have, I'm assuming, the donation boxes at the back. I am certain they make it very easy for you to give, whether it's a check, cold hard cash. I think they even have a credit card thing, and e-transfer to info@victoriatruthcenter.org. So please consider supporting this beautiful community. And we will read together the generosity affirmation. In gratitude, I give. In gratitude, I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly. And so it is. Okay, so just as a final blessing, I want to say what a joy it's been to be here with you all. And I would love to just set in mind, right from the very beginning of this morning when we did a little meditation together, as we did that beautiful music, thinking about love and our emotions, and finishing it off to remember that we are an infinite source of love. There is only that one power. It is in us and as us. It is love, and it is ours to share. So as I just honor and bless each one of you and send you on your way, unless you're going to stay and have some coffee and cookies with us, I just invite you to take some time to think about, how do you remind yourself that you are that infinite source of love? How do you share that with the world in that conscious and intentional way? So I bless you all, and thank you for being here.
All right. We have a song. All is well.
All right, we got a great tune here for you. This is called All Is Well by the wonderful Eddie Watkins Jr. You may know it, so please sing along. And if you don't, you will by the end. Here we go.
Feel free to stand up if you like and shake a bit.
All right, here we are. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes from the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should?
Beautiful.
I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness is yours and it's mine. I am loved, and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? Here we go. All is well. All is well. Divine Spirit is directing me right now. Right now. All is well. All is well. All is well and unfolding as it should. You got it, Paul.
Let's bless your neighbor, everyone. Come on over and bless your neighbor. To know that all is well. Let's go. All is well.
Let me hear you say, all is well and unfolding as it should.
Big thank you to all of you, everybody who participated in this today and helped out. And we have so many thank yous. Really, so grateful to be here. And thank you also to our beautiful band today. We have
Paul
Kelvin
Ritchie.
McNair and Paul Ritchie. Yeah. And I think I'm going to ask everyone to stand up and let's do our "We love you." Ready? We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. So We love you. We appreciate you. And we're so glad you're here. Thank you all so much. And we'll see you next time. Oh, and please enjoy the coffee. Lovely coffee from Mary.